Now, when it comes to reporting child abuse and neglect in Louisiana, reports are usually made to the Louisiana Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline, or reports are submitted to the Department of Child and Family Services online.
But a whistleblower with DCFS is speaking out following what she says are department policy changes that are resulting in online reports being backlogged and going unprocessed. And a KLFY investigative story here, News 10 Jasmine Dean reports live in the studio. Jasmine.
That's right. A whistleblower for the Department of Children and Family Services contacted News 10 about concerns regarding child safety here in the state. The whistleblower tells News 10 Louisiana Child Abuse and Neglect Hotline workers have been instructed to stop processing online reports in order to prioritize hotline calls. Because of this, she says hundreds of reports have gone unprocessed.
That is why I'm coming forward, because I'm afraid that children will die.
Over 51,000 reports of child abuse and neglect were reported to the Department of Children and Family Services hotline during 2024. Now, policy changes implemented across the department are resulting in online reports of abuse and neglect going unprocessed. According to DCFS child welfare specialist and whistleblower Melanie Mann, she says hotline employees have been instructed to prioritize phone calls, creating a backlog of online portal reports.
We often have very urgent, serious cases that people make to online report in our online reporter portal.
Mann says reports range from fatalities, life-threatening injuries, juvenile sex trafficking, sexual abuse, and even infants who are malnourished. She says because of the urgency of the reports, not processing them in a timely manner could result in avoidable child deaths.
All of those extremely urgent situations where immediate, priority intervention is required, and they're sitting in an inbox, if there are cases like that, they're sitting in our queue for 4 days at this point.
Mann says when it comes to processing online reports, a response is usually made within a day. However, on November 17th, Mann says over 250 online reports had not been processed in 5 days, and over 200 follow-up reports had not been processed since November 6th. She says workers were advised to work unpaid overtime to process online reports after their shifts and were threatened with disciplinary action if they didn't.
We cannot ignore online reports just because the letter of the law says that the calls are where the urgent report should be coming in.
News 10 contacted the Department of Children and Family Services with a request for comment, but have not heard back as of news time. Mann says the public should know online reports are not being processed in a timely manner, and if reports need to be made, the best option at this time is to call the Louisiana Child and Abuse Hotline at 1-855-4LA-KIDS. Jasmine Dean, KLFY News 10.